Welcome to Learning Through Two Languages, Bilingualism as an Asset. The guiding question for Week 1 is, how does speaking a language other than English benefit students in U.S. schools? Bilingualism is something to be desired for all children from every background. That's why we teach foreign languages in American schools. Students labeled English language learners are well on their way to becoming bilingual, because their home language is different from English. As people acquire a second language, they can either maintain or lose their abilities in their first language. Your actions towards your bilingual students influence how they feel about bilingualism. Many bilingual students, especially those in all English-speaking settings, receive the erroneous message that they must give up or leave behind their primary language, or mother tongue, in order to be successful in school. The theme of this module is that you, your students, and their families need to see that being bilingual is an asset. The better students know their home language, the more successful they will be in school. Subtractive bilingualism occurs when the second language replaces the first as the only language available to the individual for communication. Also, even though individuals who experience subtractive bilingualism may speak only English, they are still not native English speakers. Although they may function only in English, their experience will always be as someone who spoke another language, was immersed in a second culture, and then acquired English while losing their first language in the process. Additive bilingualism occurs when the second language is added on to the first, thus expanding a person's linguistic abilities. Ideally, our goal would be to provide every person, including native English speakers, the opportunity of additive bilingualism. This week's readings discuss research evidence that additive bilinguals experience social, cognitive, and economic advantages. Bilingual students need to talk about, interact with, act on, read and write about, and connect to important ideas in every language available to them. Teachers can help students see that their bilingualism is an asset, something to be valued and to be nurtured. Celebrate the fact that students are becoming bilingual or multilingual. In today's interconnected world, it is increasingly necessary to be able to communicate with people across languages, cultures, and borders. Let your students see themselves as potential actors in the global economy and society. One way to promote additive bilingualism is to make sure languages other than English are represented in the classroom, library, and hallways. This will make parents feel more welcome as well. Teachers play a critical role in promoting additive bilingualism. Of particular importance is establishing a relationship with parents and encouraging parents to always talk and interact with their children in their strongest language. Many parents are also fearful of doing the wrong thing for their children and worry that using their home language will deter their children's development of English. It will not. Make sure they know. This doesn't mean asking parents to teach the curriculum at home, but rather informing them about the big ideas and topics of instruction and maybe providing resources, web links, and/or printed materials in the home languages. Encourage parents to talk with their children about what they are learning and to ask questions like, "Can you give me an example? Why or why not? And how would you do it differently?" An asset view of bilingualism has critical implications for instruction. One is that students benefit when teachers organize instruction to help them take what they know in one language and express it through another. An asset view of bilingualism has critical implications for instruction. One is that students benefit when teachers organize instruction to help them take what they know in one language and express it through another. This is easiest in bilingual programs, where teachers can directly communicate to each other to share topics or organizational frameworks across languages, as represented by this picture from a Spanish kindergarten classroom. A similar graphic about parts of a story is used in the Partner English classroom. Teachers in all English programs can also help students make connections between their home language and English by sending information home. Let their families know about the topics of instruction and encourage them to talk with their children about them in their home language. As you complete the Explore activities, think about these questions and respond to them in this week's online discussion. What are 2 or 3 understandings from this week's Explore that you found most intriguing or challenging? What is the thing you could do to help students see bilingualism as an asset?